Hello everyone. I think this is one of my videos you'll all like more than a lot of the other ones, just because it's going to be brief to the point and it's going to discuss facts about this case and nothing but facts. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about what's gone on in the double homicides on February 13th, 2017 of Abigail Williams and Liberty German near the Monon High Bridge in Delphi, Indiana. And one of the things that I think people don't realize is the sheer amount of evidence that is sitting there for the public. People talk about, oh, we don't know nothing about this. We don't know nothing about the crime scene. We don't know anything. We know a lot. Let's just start with a couple of basic things. And here is from Sheriff Tobe Lesenby of the Carroll County Comet he was interviewed by the Carroll County Comet, and I want you to look at some of his comments because they're very, very important. Now, remember, this is somebody who has information about the investigation, inside information. He knows what's going on. Here we go. It says, do you know if the girls were found where they were killed or if they were moved post-mortem? Answer, answered previously, found where they were killed. So all of you people saying, well, they were drug up the hill, or they were taken there and planted, and, you know, they were murdered somewhere else, etc., etc. Wrong. Tobe Lesenby states clear as day to the Carroll County Comet, found where they were killed. So where they found the bodies, 50 or 60 feet up that embankment, near the creek, that's where they were killed. Clear as day, he states that. Anybody saying anything else, wrong. Absolutely wrong. The next one. Do you know how the murderer was able to gain control of both girls at once? Quote, it is believed by manipulation and intimidation factors. Now, if you're up on the bridge and there's two of you, intimidation factors could be a couple things. It could be a weapon. It could be a fake badge, which I still believe may have happened, and that may have been how he initially got control of them. Manipulation and intimidation factors, and this is very, very important for a couple of reasons. The affidavit that they had when they searched Ron Logan's property in March of 2017 states clearly that there were, quote, no visible signs of a struggle or fight, despite what other people have said. Oh, well, you know, Liberty fought like hell, you know, Abby fought like hell, things like that. No visible signs of a struggle or a fight. That's directly from the FBI affidavit. So I don't know if he had them duct taped. I don't know if he had them handcuffed. I don't know what he did, but whatever he did, he either gained their trust or had them subdued so they couldn't fight back. So despite what everybody says, there was not some struggle or a fight, and this was a particularly violent crime as well. How do we know that? Well, if we go back here, again, from the FBI affidavit, they stated, clear as day, quote, a large amount of blood was lost by the victims at the crime scene, the agent writes. Because of the nature of the victim's wounds, it is nearly certain the perpetrator of the crime would have gotten blood on his person/clothing, which means almost certainly there was some sort of a knife, machete, very sharp object used to do this to these girls. And that leads me to my next point. This is a sick person who either is a serial killer or a budding serial killer, likely, because this is an up-close and personal crime. When people typically commit their first violent crimes, they don't necessarily usually have the presence of mind to stage a crime scene like happened here. And they don't necessarily do things in such a violent fashion, especially to kids, unless they're trying to send somebody a message. Whether they're trying to send the family a message or just send a message to say, hey, look, I'm out here. Be afraid. This is somebody who has a very volatile personality, probably a temper or a hidden temper, somebody who has very, very good reason in their mind to be angry at women in general or girls. Or so again, this is something that was calculated, because obviously if he had time to stage the crime scene, he brought weaponry with him, gained control of two girls without a struggle. That's the big thing, without a struggle. this was something that he had calculated for some time, and when he got this opportunity, he felt in control enough of the crime scene to where they didn't even fight back. The other clue, and this is a big clue too. Do you know somebody from that day who wasn't at work that day? It was Monday, February 13th, 2:30 in the afternoon. You know, not everybody, but more people than not will be at work during the daytime on a weekday. Now, the girls were off of school that day because of a snow day or something of that nature. So, were there other people at the school who were also just coincidentally off that day, who could have been around somewhere? Maybe somebody who had overheard the girls saying, hey, you know, we want to go to Mount on High Bridge or something like that, in school, in the class, whether it's a janitor, a teacher, somebody maybe overheard them say that and said, well, heck, I'm going to be off school that day too because it's a snow day, it's a nice day, and just showed up out there that day. With that's something I think they really need to look at, is whether it's in the church or the school, you know, somebody who may have overheard them say they were going to be there. All of these things I just mentioned, though, they debunk a lot of the rumors out there, so don't let anybody tell you any differently. I work as an investigative reporter, and it's my job to discern fact from fiction, and all of this information comes directly from an FBI affidavit, not hearsay, not some rando person on the internet saying this is what happened or that what happened. You know, we're dealing with facts from the FBI affidavit from the search of Ron Logan's property. So we have way more information now. And again, if you know somebody on that day who wasn't at work that day during the daytime, maybe, you know, if they match the sketch or any other information, or you think there's something suspicious going on about them, drop them a tip. You just never know. Obviously, the police, they believe this is somebody who is leading a double life, as they've stated, hiding in plain sight. So maybe today's the day this case finally gets solved, or somebody sends in that one tip that makes the biggest difference. But I just wanted to post this video to show everybody, you know, there are tons of legitimate clues for you out there for people trying to solve this crime or trying to find who did this. There's a mountain of them out there. I hope this was helpful. I hope it cleared up some of the, or debunked some of the rumors about this case. To the family, if you're out there watching this, my heart still continues to go out to you. We have to keep reminding ourselves that these were two real human beings. You know, it's one thing, oh, we all want to play detective online. These are real families, real human beings, real children. I can't even begin to imagine what the family has had to go through. Then they have to put up with nonsense accusations, even though they all have alibis. That's another thing that, you know, gets me, is how many people still think that the family was involved in some way. That's not what happened, everybody. It's not. So we need to knock that sort of thing off as well when we're commenting. Anyhow, tell me what you think in the comments. Just be respectful. I don't tolerate a bunch of nonsense in the comments section of my page. And again, as always, these videos are to try and help maybe jog somebody's memory and capture this sick SOB. I don't make a single dime off of this page. And I hope everybody's having a great summer. Thanks for watching.